not forget to subscribe, click that bell, like, comment, and share. When you are a woman, you have your own branding and you have the branding. All women are simple and ordinary, but through innovation, you can make your own branding. We have to go out of our bounds. We are not just domesticated person. Sometimes we want to call ourselves one of the boys. Why? Because we want to do and we want to prove that we can also do what boys can do. In a men's world, when I first worked in a construction company, they told me that I'm a woman and I'm limited to promotion. And to counteract that, I decided to put up my own construction company. Because in the job site, you can see that women are practically competing with the so-called men's norm. We diversify as an entrepreneur. It's not because in a construction site does mean that you have to stay there for the rest of your life. Because there are so many things yet that you can find out, that you can invent or innovate to make you a better person that will impact the industry where you belong. I have overcome hard bosses and harsh environment, which gives me the type of leadership and the woman that I am. I give responsibility and accountabilities. And I try to consider the dark ages in the past as lessons so that I can further improve my passion. And one passion that I had is the passion of not spending too much money on luxuries. I'm not buying LV bags or something. I'm more of bootstrapping. I'm more of putting my money on my technology. And I remember my professor in engineering management telling us to me, please memorize these 9 words and put in our pocket. It says, I am a bit better than the other fellow, bit better, B-I-T. I keep on using that. If you're a woman, you're a person, you have to consider that you are having a unique criteria other than other people. Then I love research, but I don't stay in research. I leveled up. And from research, I now embrace innovation and continuously leveling up. That's why I'm changing my hat. Example, from a faculty turned researcher, from a researcher turned inventor, from an inventor turned entrepreneur. We can change our hat depending on how we level up our daily activities. And we dig deeper. Because when you have a technology that is a game changer, you could see that life has something to offer. You have to help other people. You need to tell your story. You need to give a legacy. And as a feminine genius, I felt like this drive in me that wanted to be a unicorn. Life is about transform and engage. You have to be not staying on where you are, no? You have to change. And you can only identify if you change if you can say the concepts of present to future or a concept of movement of two. The concept of old to new is a progress or a degree. The concept of low to high, and the concept of I'd like to share you how you can make impact in your life. Number one is, again, the present to future. You have to transform. And once you decided to have a transformation, you engage yourself. And how do we do this? Number one, you have to have a vision that's formatting. Draw your vision. If you have a technology, draw a technology map, technology roadmap. Now, I remember Aisa Mejeno, who's the inventor of the solar lamp. She told me that She and her brother had a 10-year technology map. Have that format, have that vision, have that framework, draw it, put it in a place that you can see it so many times. While you are on your journey, and again, the journey, no, hindi mo masasabi because all of us has different journey. You build your own journey. You face life on your own. Time will come and you have to reformat and to mutate. You have to redo. You have to make a redrawing of what you want to happen. In that case, you commit and bind. What do? You promise to yourself or you find a group called a mastermind group. I'm very fortunate to be part of a mastermind group. A mastermind group are a group of people who are like-minded. And you feel like you are accountable for your company. No one will ever check what you're doing or if you're improving. But if you have a mastermind group, say you meet twice a month, then you are accountable to report to that person what you have done in your company. Kasi mahihiya ka pag wala kang movement, no? This is one way of committing and binding to yourself. At least somebody na pagre-reportan mo that there's already progress in you. Next is that you level up and upgrade. You specialize, no? Huwag kang huminto. Get as many study certificates as you can. Level up palagi. Because ang tawag nila dito is the law of accumulation. All that you have studied on will accumulate. At a certain point in time, you'll be using this to maximize to maximize exploring the technology in the market. Next, you catalyze and evolve. Ito yung pinabibilis mo yung process, di ba? Pinabibilis mo yung process. If you want to catalyze, then you have to identify some measuring tools or validation tools. Pwedeng meron ka mga table na nalagay sa sarili mo na ikaw lang nakakita and then you can nagko-color code ka. That's what I'm doing. Color code the done, color code what needs to be done. No? At least there's measure. Nasasabi mo what else remains to be done. Now, when you do 1 to 4, number 5 is different Because in number 5, you're already influencing and making an impact. Ito yung nag-share ka na hindi kasi pwedeng you're a technopreneur only on yourself, no? You have this social responsibility. You have to make an impact, the social impact. So now you collaborate. Yung collaboration, this is with a team of people of your own level. Yung contribute naman, you is a group of people or people na mas mababa sa iyo yung level. But you are now reaching out to them. And the number 6, ito yung pinaka-stage na pag naranasan mo siya, parang, oh my God, is this real? Diba? Transcend and surpass. Transcend means you go beyond the reality. Ito yung isang state where, as a technopreneurship, don't imagine that this thing might be happening to you. Bakit? Kasi you now want to make impact in the market. Di ba? Ano mo na? Life's purpose and the business purpose. You want to monopolize, no? Use that power. You monopolize a particular market, a particular technology. You brave. Nakakatakot, but you brave. And the most important thing is relinquishing. What's relinquishing? You need successor. You need succession. Kasi if you're a technopreneur, pero wala naman palang magmamana ng ginagawa mo or wala naman palang nakakaintindi ng ginagawa mo, all your efforts will just die. It also happened to most technopreneurs, no? They know the technology, but they cannot relinquish the knowledge. So, ang nangyayari, namamatay na lang technology kasi nag-iisa lang siyang nakakaalam. In other words, if you're a technopreneurship, you have to pass on the technology to your younger generation. So, mag-aanap ka. Ano yan? Mga anak mo ba to? In the future, mga apo mo ba to? No? It's not an easy journey. And thus, you have to transcend and to surpass. And after this, no, huwag niyong kalilimutan. You have to legislate. Ano yung legislate? Make a policy. Yung isa kong guest speaker nung last Saturday, sabi niya, Now I wanted to document how can I pass on my business to my children. Do you need a written agreement? Example, in my case, I'm in trade secret protocol. What will now be my policy in the family or in the team? No? What will be my policy so that I'm sure whatever happened to me, this technology will pursue. And please catalog everything. Um, in every movement, kahit hindi ka mahilig sa picture, i-catalog mo siya. Because it makes sense that if you're a technopreneur, at some point in time, you will look back. Ito pala yon. And then you need to, kasi kailangan mo na mag-share, di ba? Kailangan mo nang i-share sa employees mo or i-share sa mga friends mo, sa ibang tao that this has been the journey. So it makes sense to catalog. No? Meron kang pinakikita sa kanila of how the journey has been. Now, in that transform engage, which is based on my personal experience, I mean, this is a documentation of my journey as a technopreneur. I always find the guiding principle. Paano ako gagalaw? Paano ako magiging not derailed, no? So I have to dig in, and I've found out two important principles. The laborum exercens and which is called the spirituality of work. Kapag palitrabaho ka lang ng trabaho, akala mo nasa laboratory ka, nagre-research ka, akala mo work? No. It's your way to go to heaven, no? It's not you're working not because the employer wants you to work, but it's because that's your work and you have to be spiritual on it. You have to put more than 100% on your work. Kasi nga magkakaroon ng law of accumulation. Dadating ang araw, i-harness mo yung pinagtrabahuhan mo, pinaghirapan mo. And of course, if you're a woman, kapag ka nasa technopreneurship, you're a woman, automatic nagkakaroon ka ng social impact, no? You have to, of course, promote the dignity of women. That's why this is the logo I'm using. Eco Couture. This is my technology, you know. I use this heart shape of that Eco Couture concept, which I'll be showing later on my on my further PowerPoint. Okay.